Inspired by nature, powered by light. Becco Harvest Fresh sponsors cookery on Ireland AM.
Welcome back. It's time for lunch now, and we're prawning over some fawns.
Are you okay there?
Or is that the way around? We're prawning over some fawns.
Or is it the other way
Well,
around?
isn't it?
Joining us now from Asian Market is Eva Pow with our recipe for sweet and spicy king prawns. Eva, good morning. As you can tell, we're both starving. We can't
Good
even
morning.
speak.
Great,
yes.
hopefully this...
We haven't. We're both doing this intermittent fasting. We haven't eaten since last night.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I don't think I have enough prawns then today.
Oh no, you have enough for me. Yeah, no, I'll give you one. What are we doing? King prawns.
King
Small
prawns
Yeah.
with a sweet and tangy sauce. So I'm going to start with the prawns and I'm going to coat them in some cornstarch. I've got some salt and white pepper and I've just coated them.
Can I talk to you about the prawns for a minute? Would you mind? Some people are nervous about cooking prawns because if you buy the fresh prawns, there's a bit of work that you do to them, isn't there, before you cook them? You might talk us through that, would you?
So I actually, these are kind of frozen.
Okay.
Frozen and they're peeled, deveined.
They've done the work for you.
They've done the work, so...
But you can buy those if you want to just buy them straight off the thing, because I'd be too afraid to start trying to...
Not if you buy them.
There's a lot of work in it, isn't it? You take the shell off and everything. So this one, you can just defrost.
They're ready for the pan.
Exactly.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. Right, okay.
So I've just lightly floured them, and then I'm just going to put them into some, shallow fry them in oil.
Gorgeous. And have you seasoned that flour or anything?
Yeah,
no?
I've put some salt and some white pepper. White pepper we use quite a lot in Asian cooking, so just you don't see the black flecks, I guess. You know,
Right,
so.
okay.
But it has the same kind of flavour.
Okay.
And then so I'm just going to pop these into the fry.
And what kind of flour do you use? Do you use any kind of flour? Or?
Yeah, this is corn flour.
Ah, very
here.
good. Okay.
So I find that this one...
Oh, it's cornstarch.
Yeah, so it gives it a kind of a crispier kind of a coating.
And which is also friendly for gluten-free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so put those into the pan, and then I'm going to start on the sauce.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a little pan here, and I'm going to put some oil into the pan.
Okay.
And there are some... And then I'm going to add some minced garlic and some minced ginger.
Love it.
Does the type of oil mean anything? Because there's so many different varieties of oil that you can get. Is there a major difference when it comes to cooking with the certain types of oil?
Yeah, like, I mean... I would usually use either vegetable or peanut or groundnut oil. So groundnut oil, you can actually heat it up to a higher cooking point and it doesn't burn. So for instance, if you're using olive oil, I probably wouldn't use, it has a strong flavour. But vegetable, groundnut, peanut, it's kind of quite mild. So that's why...
I think it makes a difference when you're doing this kind of cooking. It really does. If you're frying a couple of sausages and rashers, it doesn't really make any odds. But for stuff like this, because olive oil would give you a strong flavour, wouldn't it? Yeah,
and so that's why, and like if you heat it up to a high temperature, you'll kind of smell burning.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
So garlic and
garlic and ginger, and you just stir fry that for a little bit, and then I have some sauces here. I'll just take this away, and so I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon. Oh, soy sauce.
Excellent.
Soy sauce. So in Chinese cooking, we have the light and the dark. So the light is kind of more salty. So I'm just using the light soy sauce.
I always thought the dark was more salty.
No, the dark one is more caramel. It's like more...
it's more like a rich kind of...
Yeah.
Every day.
So you could be adding a lot of dark, and your food could be just... It's usually for colouring. So like for making a nice colour.
So the light soy has more salt. There you are now.
That makes sense, actually.
So I've got light soy, and I want to show you this OK sauce.
Okay. What's that now? Okay. Fair enough.
From Coleman.
We say now OK is all about.
Everything is OK when you put in the OK.
It's a fruity sauce. We'll have a little smell here now. You go ahead. Oh, that is tangy, isn't it? Oh, that's very nice. It's like a pimped up version of tomato ketchup.
Yeah.
Well, so I've got 2 tablespoons of that going in. And you see, in a lot of Asian restaurants and takeaways, they actually use this as a sauce to make the gingdo sauce. Gingdo is like a kind of a sweet and soury sauce. So they add that as their secret ingredient.
Ah, you're giving away the tricks of the trade. Excellent. So a couple of teaspoons of that.
So 2 tablespoons of that and 2 tablespoons of the tomato ketchup, and then I'm going to show you this as well. This is a Worcester sauce.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of adding Worcester sauce into stir fries and chili dishes and stuff like that because there's such a different little smell, taste to it. That looks like a proper, though.
Yeah, but that's so good. It's such a great thing to have in your press.
Yeah.
Because it's great for stews and casseroles as well as Asian
I
cooking.
know, just add something extra, another kind of umami flavour
umami.
too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've added in
Love it.
2 tablespoons of that into the sauce.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add in a little bit of hoisin.
So we're well on the way to Flavour Town here with all these, aren't we?
There's so many different flavours in there.
Sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay.
And then some white wine vinegar. Rice
Okay, cool.
vinegar. So just a tablespoon. So you don't want to make it too salty.
Okay.
So I am just stirring that and letting that simmer for a little bit.
I love the way you've got a balance there of sugar, you've got vinegar, you're going sweet and sour, savoury.
And
I
I'm
love
just
it.
going to turn the prawns. Yeah.
So how long should they take? Only a couple of minutes?
Like I'd say 4 minutes, depending. These are kind of, the size of these prawns are 16-20 prawns, so they're a little
Right.
bit bigger than your normal ones. So it'll take like 4 minutes to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So just kind of, you just want to make them, 4 minutes.
And did I ask you already, what kind of oil are you frying them in?
I'm frying them in peanut oil.
In the same, peanut oil. Okay, cool.
And is there something to look for with the prawns to know that they're done? Because
Yeah,
you
you
give
see-
time, but is there a certain, like, you know
can
with
kind
chicken
of
when it's done?
press them and they're a little bit kind of hard. So that's how you know that
Okay.
they're kind of done.
Okay.
And then you want them kind of golden kind of
Okay.
colour. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so the sauce is done, is it?
The sauce is done.
You
and
just
it's-
heat that through. Is that's basically
yeah.
it then, ready
so
to
then
roll?
once the prawns are done, I'm just going to put them onto this.
You're going to put them into the sauce?
Yes. And then sprinkle some scallions, and then we're done.
Excellent. Okay. And would you traditionally serve this as a starter, or what would you serve this as?
I think you can do them, you know, if you were having a party and you wanted to have it like as little kind of...
Yeah, little dipping.
Sticks, skewer
Yeah, like really, really tasty. Or
Nice.
actually, I love it as with rice. So I have some rice today, and I'm just going to put this because there's a lot of sauce, so it's kind of like a saucy.
It's a saucy little dish.
Yes.
I know one myself.
Bit like ourselves.
There's one sitting beside me.
Okay.
Right,
So they're
they're
getting
done.
taken out, and you're going
just
to pat them
gonna take
down
them
and
out,
oh, look,
and then-
yeah.
Lovely. So the coating is so light on it.
Yeah, you don't want it to be too. I mean, if you wanted it to have a thicker batter, you can kind of put it into egg, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you can put it into the flour. you know.
Right.
So then you have a thicker batter, but.
Sometimes I find though with the batter can kind of maybe lose a bit of the taste, whereas like pure like that,
Yeah.
you're really going to get.
And you're going to get a bit of a crunch anyway.
Absolutely.
With the coating on it.
So once I have these, I'm just going to slightly put
Wow,
them into
that should be
here.
enough for me now, Eva.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will probably get me through the
And I'll
next
probably
hour.
get one out of that lot.
Ah, no.
Okay, so I'm just going to put them into the sauce, and then we are ready to go. So I've got some scallions that I'm going to put in as well.
So that sauce is just reducing and getting thicker and thicker. Oh,
And I
yeah.
love that I would always just go, if I was making something like this, you just go with the hoisin, but you've got like the hoisin, the Worcester, the OK
yeah.
sauce, you've got everything just kind of thrown
That
in there.
OK sauce is a revelation to me.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Fruity.
Yeah, it's great in like just even like making a barbecue sauce, or it's add something kind of
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a thick sauce. So I'm just going to add a little bit of scallion onto
Gorgeous.
that.
Love it. Nice and simple. I love it.
And you can mix, you could do noodles, you could do rice, you can do, even on a bit of prawn
Yeah, a
toast.
few
a
chips.
bit of toast. a few spuds.
Now,
Okay, so
spuds on
I
this.
am just going to
so you're just serving that on some boiled rice.
yes.
Oh, look at that. But the shine on that. Look at the glister. They're glistening. They're glistening in the sunlight.
And I have
And
another.
a sec, I was kind of hoping there. I saw one bowl. I saw one bowl.
You were hoping there was a second bowl.
Eva, now, come on now.
Now, dear boy.
Thanking you.
Standing by.
So I'm going to sprinkle some sesame seeds, roasted sesame seeds.
Excellent.
Lovely, lovely.
Again, textures, crunch. Oh,
All of
yeah.
it.
Lovely.
Looks
Thank you, Eva.
beautiful.
Excellent. He doesn't want
No,
time.
stop that now. You're such a bully. You're such a bully.
Thank you, Eva. You taste there, dear boy, and let us know.
No, I
Thank
don't
you.
care
I
if
think
I'm
they
going
got
to
too hot for you.
Well, we're about to find out. As
Taste
usual, you can
testing.
find the full recipe up on our
Inspired
website.
by nature, powered by light. Becco Harvest Fresh sponsors cookery on Ireland AM.